Alright, hey guys, Limitless here, and usually I do my analysis on the League of Legends thing, but hey, decided I'll do it here. So pretty much this is going to be on Draven, and Draven is definitely interesting. I think he's got a lot of potential, but I don't even know if he has potential though, to be honest. To be able to catch his spinning axes, it really requires you to get out of position, and it allows for people to harass you fairly easily. For example, let's say this is where the thing lands. Like a Severe or even an Ashe just could aim right at there so that you're unable to catch the axe. So this is obviously in lane. And if that happens, then your damage will be severely reduced, assuming you don't catch it because you wanted to avoid the harass. But if you do catch it, then you're going to take unneeded damage really hard. So I guess my kind of synopsis is that you need a high sustain lane. So pretty much you're going to have to rush a Vamp Scepter right away. And maybe a Soraka lane. Because I believe his damage late game is really good. So, even late game I'm not sure, because his ult is pretty much useless late game. So pretty much your only source of doing things is his E, which is a knock-up slow, and his obviously his spinning axes, and his W, which is speed and attack speed buff. So yeah, he has potential, but it's really going to depend on the lane, and I feel like he's too easily shut down. Severe is going to scale just as well as him late game, and can really harass him while he's trying to catch those spinning axes. His attack range, if I remember, wasn't that good, but to be simultaneously doing this in team fights, I'm not really sure if you can do it. Like, catching them in a team fight is pretty much impossible. Unless they change the mechanics of Draven to where it's a lot easier to catch them, maybe. But at the moment, it's just not really going to help. Obviously, if you keep catching the spinning axis, his damage is insane, but I just don't see it happening in lane or even in a team fight. If you can possibly do it in a lane and just keep comboing right after another, there's no way the opponents can stay in lane. But against any competent opponent, you're not going to be able to do that. I mean, pretty much everything shuts him down. Anything with like a Q harass, such as Severe, Graves, Ashe, anything that aims right in the direction of where you're supposed to catch it, I mean, you're not going to do anything. I suppose it would do good against Vayne. Yeah, it might work against Vayne. So, I mean, you can use him to counter champs, maybe. Yeah, I think that will actually work really well against Vayne. So, I might try that actually later. Probably against Tristana it would do good also. So, yeah, Draven versus Tristana. So, anything that you can play against that doesn't have a harass at a particular location, you can probably get lane advantage and scale really well late game. The only thing I don't like about him is he doesn't have that much utility versus other champs like Ashe or things. But the difference is that he also doesn't have an escape. So that's a pretty big problem, you see. So basically, Draven situational pick, it might be used in the pros maybe in the future against certain picks, but at the moment he's not really that useful. Too high skill cap, and I don't even know if it's skill cap really, it's just too easy to harass in lane pretty much. His damage output potential is insane, but at the expense of harass, it's not really worth it, so you really have to snowball really hard to be useful with a Draven, I think. His E is actually really helpful against like canceling like a Galio ult or a Nunu ult or something like that. So it's really helpful against those if you're outside of the ult range. So I found that actually really helpful. I didn't think it would be helpful at first, but once I actually used it, it was pretty good. So I think that's about it. Draven, overall, I expected more. I was actually really excited to play him, but overall, it wasn't really that good. So, I actually may try him against Tristana and Bane, but yeah. So if I do that, I'll tell you guys how my opinions are on that. But anyways,